what she said. She was mad I was leaving, but I had to grow up. I had to wean myself.
Hey man, that's just a little snippet of one of my records that I wrote and dedicated to somebody very special. But check this out, man. This your boy Hezeleo, K-O-R. We doing something different right now, man. We doing an upload. And the reason why I just did a few features for different people, but one of the artists had asked me about my recording process. And I told him a bit about it, but then I realized, you know what? There's other people who might want to know about this stuff. So here we are. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about how to record like a pro, man. Come on, man. Why would I say this here? Because I've been in the game a long time around music, in music, writing and recording for umpteen years. That means many years. Little bitty. Nah, but check this out. I done been in the studio with A-list artists, B-list artists, and underground artists, and just so many others. On that list, you already know Bun B of UGK, Pimp C, MC8, Too Short, and the list goes on. But I'm not here to gloat and brag about myself. What I'm here to do is deliver you a powerful upload with some tips on how to record like a pro. Now, bear with me, baby. We're going to get into it. I got it right here, coming right up, moving right along. Okay, this is really for a person who's not an engineer and doesn't have their own home studio. A person like that can benefit off these tips. So the first thing, we're going to get right into it, man. Boom, boom, boom on your, you know what I mean? We're going to get right into it. So the first thing you want to do, you want to pick a quality studio. And what I mean by quality is up-to-date equipment and functional equipment. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean nothing if you don't have this next thing. So once you got this quality studio, you're going to need a knowledgeable, seasoned engineer. Oh yeah, cutting, you're going to need an engineer who know what he doing. Because if he don't, you'll be wasting your time and he'll be wasting his time. And hey man, y'all going to be mad as dogs at each other. Y'all going to be stark raving mad at one another. Can you dig it, man? Well, moving right along. Once you got this here engineer who know what he doing, make sure you have a budget in place. Now, a lot of people get afraid when somebody say, what's your budget? That's because they don't have a budget. So to record this song or project or whatever you're going to do, let's start with one song. Let's not try to go to a project yet. Let's just talk about recording like a pro with one song. So when you got this song together, have a budget in mind that you want to spend. The reason for this is it would allow you to focus on the creation. You know what I mean? It'll allow you to engulf yourself and focus on the creation of the song or the project or whatever it is you're bringing forth. You don't want to be looking at the clock worrying about, man, I'm being charged $100 an hour. Now your focus is not on your music. It's about, can you afford to do this record? So make sure you have a budget in place. Yeah, I got some tips for you, but I got some news you can use, but hey, listen up now. Okay. Now have the track in your possession. Okay. Meaning if you did business with a producer or whatever, and he sent you the tracked out version, or he sent you the wave version, whatever it is that he sent you, have it in your possession. Beforehand, Dropbox it to the studio, email it to the studio, Google Drive it to the studio, or put it on the thumb drive. Let me see. I might have a thumb drive right here. Right. Let me see. I want to show you my thumb drive. I got a couple of them. I think I got a couple of them right here when company come. Yeah, I got a couple of them right here when company comes. So you want to put it on the thumb drive and just make sure you got room on the thumb drive. It's one of my little thumb drives. I got many of these. You know what I mean? I got many of these. You want to put it on there to bring it to the studio with you. The main thing is just being prepared. Okay. That's being considerate for you and the engineer, the time that y'all going to spend. Okay. Once we got this together, we got the track ready to go. We forward it over to the studio. Now you're going to develop the concept of the song. You're going to develop, what is this song going to be about? Once you know what the song going to be about, you're going to go to writing, man. You're going to go to penning it up or typing or whatever you do. Now, some kids go in there and just freestyle I'm talking about they go in there and just freestyle you know what I'm saying? They freestyle off, you know what I'm saying? But first thing you want to do is come up with the concept. Now you're going to write the hook. This is what I do, okay? I write the hook. The hook is the main meat outside of the beat. It's the hook, then it's the verses. Most people are going to remember your hook, you know what I mean? But here it is. We're going to write the hook. The hook is going to consist of either 4 bars or 8 bars. It's 8 lines or 4 lines. The 4 lines can be repeated to become the 8 lines. So you don't have to create 2 different sets of 4 bars. You can create 1 set of 4 bars and then repeat it. There it is. I like that there. You got your hook. Now you're going to write your verses. You hear me? You're going to write your verses. Now, I'm talking about you going to write your verses, the curses, and you finna get it on. You finna flab it and lip it. You finna, hey, man, you finna go hammer on them verses. And now what you going to do? You're going to either write 8 bars or 12 bars or 16 bars. These days, a lot of people are not writing 16s anymore. Because if you do get a song on the radio, it can't be lengthy. It's so much music. The music industry is oversaturated. So there's so much music that they're giving you radio play. They're giving you airplay, but your song needs to be around high 2 to 3 minutes, no more. Yeah. So basically, nobody's really writing 16s anymore. Okay. Now when you're writing your verses, you're going to choose if you're going to do, let's say, 8 bars or 12. If you want to write a 16, go ahead. But that probably ain't going to really, do that. Because if you look at what's happening on the radio currently, a lot of them are 12 bars. But do what you do. You know what I mean? So once you write that there, you got that there, man, stick to the topic. Yeah, I gathered some notes for y'all. Hey, I was considerate and I thought about when company comes. So stick to the topic. Okay, now here's another kicker. This is something that's going to really help you out. Write the song before you go to the studio. Do not go to the studio and use that time to write the song. You're going to wind up racking up a big bill, baby. You're going to rack up a big bill. So you write the record, you write the song before you go to the studio. Can you dig it? Now this is going to save you some money. Once you got the song wrote, before you go to the studio, practice it. Practice it until you feel the lyrics. Practice it to where you can not look at the lyric sheet and just rap the song to the beat. There you go, home. Yeah, there you go, home. And look. Okay, we're going to get to the next thing. You got the beat. You done shifted it over to the studio. You ready to go, man. You know what I mean? You ready to go now. Okay, so you got everything in place. You're going to the studio now. You got your thumb drive and you got the beat shifted over or however. The engineer has it or you have it and you're going to give it to them when you get there. When you go to the studio, please be considerate. Be on time. Book enough time. And don't bring a whole bunch of people with you. It's not a party. This is work. You're going to make a creation that you want fans to enjoy for many years to come. Yeah, homie. That sounds good, man. Yeah. Okay, so bring you a couple of snacks, some water, some fruit, whatever. You know what I mean? Do your thing. Now, once you get to the studio, this is very imperative, okay? Don't do a lot of small talk. Don't engage in a lot of small talk with the engineer. Stick to the task at hand. You did? And go on get in the booth, man. Go on get in the booth. Communicate with the engineer through the microphone and the headset. Get in the booth and describe your process a little bit to him. He'll catch on. Now you're going to build the record. You're going to build the song. First thing I would do if I was you, I would record the hook. I would record the hook in completion. Every ad lib you're going to add, every backdoor, whatever you're going to add, record the hook. Once you're done recording the hook, you won't have to do it again because guess what? The engineer will take the hook and he will fly it in the places and the positions where it belongs. That part of the song is complete. You're done. So once you got the hook recorded, now it's time for you to drop your verses. You gonna drop your verses and you gonna go hammer. You gonna get it popping, man. You gonna put your ad-libs on there. Oh, no, I'm talking about chaos. You know, all that there. That's what I do. Now look, don't overload the engineer with just a whole bunch of tracks of this and that, this and that. Here's a tip of what I do. I record 3 vocal tracks. Now he ain't got enough to mess it up. He got just enough to really put something good together when company comes. Come on, man. He got something good. He got something good. Okay, you got the vocals laid, man. Thank the engineer for his time. Now go in there in the spaceship with all the levels and the knobs with him. And hey, ask him for his opinion. Do you hear anything that is there anything I should have took out? Anything I need to add? You know what I mean? Now, if he say no, okay, boom. Sit down. Now it's time for the playback. Put some headphones on when you're checking out the playback. Don't be distracted with your phone, with somebody talking. Listen to the playback. You're listening for imperfections. You're listening to jumbled words, mispronounced words. You're listening for imperfections. Now you're playing it with basically the music behind it. Now you're going to remove the music and play just the acapella. Now, while you're listening to the acapella, again, you're listening to breaths, imperfections, or whatever. Once that happens, you're good. Move to the next step. The next step would be you and the engineer mixing and editing the record. You're going to put all the what's the word I'm looking for? The presets, and I forgot, I'm jumbled. But he's going to put all the sound effects and presets, the plugins. He's going to put all the plugins that he would use to make your vocals sound the way they should sound. Okay. He's going to put what you call a rough mix on it. Now what you want to do now, play it on medium high, jam, cut you a little video. Yeah, man, I'm in the studio, man, finna go double wood, baby. Finna go double wood, whatever. So take the record, you know what I'm saying, home. Okay? Listen to the record in your car, if you got a good system in your car. Listen to the record in your car through the system, boom, boom, boom. Take it home, listen through your headphones, listen through your home system. Spend some time with the record, at least overnight. The next day, once you've listened to the record in depth, you contact the engineer and say, here's a list of imperfections that I found after listening to it. And if you could fix these, then we can move on to the next process. The list shouldn't be that long, you know, because you were in the studio and you could have told them to fix it during the mixing and editing process. So maybe you have 4 little imperfections. He needed to clip this, snip that, boom, 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 turn this up, add this, boom. He ready to go. He fixes it. He sends it back to you. You listen again, a few times. There it is. You have what you think or what you know to be something you want to deliver to the public. Now you tell the engineer to master the record. Once he mastered the record, he sends it back to you. You have the record now to either release to your fans immediately after you get your artwork or whatever it is you want to do, or you have this record to play for your friends and family and never release it. And it winds up on Couch Records. Yeah, now that ain't what you want to do. You want to release it to your fans. You want to give it to the new fans that you will attract and the fans that you currently have. So drop that record, man. It's your boy Hezeleo. Hey, man, you sure make a Trill ML feel good, man, when company come. But I just wanted to spend some time with y'all and give y'all those tips on how to record a song, man, like a pro. So y'all already know what it is. It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be, and it's going to do what it's going to do. No, I'm talking about K.O. Long Live the Pimp and Mama West. Free young pimp. I'm out.